Okay, listen, pay attention, Akebula, and pay attention, my people. As you all can see the news, we have a new Pan-Africanist in the block. Not just a Pan-Africanist, but a true Pan-Africanist. Who is that? Emmanuel Macron of France. He made a statement saying that they are the true Pan-Africanist. Reason being that they are the ones that believe that Africa is a continent. They are the ones that believe that Africa is the youngest continent. They are the ones that believe that Africa have enormous amount to build. They believe that we have an extraordinary demographic dividend. They believe that we are the one with the greatest growth in the world. That makes Emmanuel Macron to be the only true Pan-Africanist. Akebolan, that statement did not only make me cry, that statement made me weep for the entire continent, because that was an insult, not just to us, but to our ancestors, Kwame Nkrumah, Thomas Sankara, and the rest of them who saw Shege Pro Max in the hands of these Franc-Afrique colonial powers. Akebolan, as if that was not enough, our people applauded when that statement was made. You see, it is usually those who are being played that usually make the clap. You need to understand something. Our people have forgotten very, very fast. Tomorrow it is our people that will say, oh, history has repeated itself. History does not repeat itself. It is people who repeat history, and our leaders are about to repeat history. Remember, yesterday I told you I am not against partnership. World leaders build partnership. The issue is, how are you building this partnership? Are you negotiating from a place of weakness, or are you negotiating from a place of strength? But you see what Emmanuel Macron said, that they are the true Pan-Africanists, and our people applauded. That is how power works. That is how power moves. Because for you to get the honey, you must first move like the bee. For you to be allowed to get into the house, you must first behave like a family member. That is how power works. Power makes you believe that he is part of you before he takes power. You need to understand that propaganda these days does not move like propaganda. Propaganda does not need force. All you need propaganda to do is sweet speeches in a summit. Propaganda comes subtle. Before you know, it is all over you. But you need to understand that Africa, this time around, what we need is not sweet speeches by foreign leaders. We don't just want partnership, we want fair partnership. Africa do not want that manipulation anymore that will get us to gumbo diplomacy. No, we want fair partnership. That is what we want. But listen, so that you will not be enticed with these sweet speeches. You need to understand that colonialism is no longer with chains. No, colonialism has evolved. It comes as conferences. It comes with camera. It comes with speeches. It comes at summit. It comes in form of partnership, in form of friendship. Before you know it is over. Pan-Africanism is not performance. It is not sweet speeches. It is not telling us that we are friends. Pan-Africanism is Africans building African economy. Africans building companies, Africans believing Africans, Africans building African currency, building African technology, Africans believing one another. That is Pan-Africanism, not performance, not sweet speeches. Do you understand? The days are gone when we are deceived with this paparazzi. African leaders must understand this. We are not attacking you. No, we are supporting you, but you need to work with wisdom. Because when a foreign leader gets to a point where they come to define African liberation for Africans, is a slap on our face. If we have that from Putin, we can manage it. But not from an empire that demonstrated Franc-Afrique to our ancestors, coming to tell us that they are the true Pan-Africanists because they want to sign deals with us. No, some things cannot be allowed. The worst and the highest form of colonialism is when people do no longer know the kind of people that define their narrative. If there's anything that we hold so dear to, it is that term, Pan-Africanist. Anyone cannot just claim to be a pioneer of it. It's an insult to our ancestors. We can't take it. We can't. You must understand that people want you to connect to them emotionally. Because when you connect to people emotionally, what it does to you is that you do no longer question their intention. Before you know, they are getting everything that is yours. To get the honey, you must first move like the bee. So how do they move like the bee? By telling you that they are the true Pan-Africanist, that they want exact thing that you want. They even went to the extent to tell us that Africa and Europe want the same thing. How do we want the same thing? How are we facing the same situation? We are not having the same thing. Yes, I am not a sadist, but I can tell you the truth. Africa and Europe are not the same. We are not facing the same situation. We must tell ourselves this truth. Don't tell us that you are the true Pan-Africanist. We know Pan-Africans when we see it. If our leaders decide to sign deals with you, no problem. But I must tell you for a fact, don't repeat history and blame history for repeating itself, and honor our ancestors. Don't let people claim what they are not in our continent. Akebulan, I love you and I care about you. Mind you, can still request for books. I'll reply messages this evening. Request for books, I will give you Neo-Colonialism, The Last Stage of Imperialism by Kwame Nkrumah, and other books written by Africans. I love you and I care about you. If you want to support my book foundation, the link is in my bio, or you can also send me a DM. I love you, Akebulan. Please, 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 know thyself. Know thyself. An unexamined government is not what leadership. Wisdom Akebulan is the principal thing. The ancestors have spoken.